Coming up on Juice in Java, thousands are expected to gather today in the town of DeWitt to protest the Trump administration's leadership. What these demonstrators are saying in just a few minutes.
Plus, we'll take you to Autothon and sit down with two of the organizers here in studio.
And two women-owned businesses are giving back to the community this Women's History Month. Juice in Java starts right now.
Good morning, I'm Kaitlin Campbell.
And I'm Riley Underwood. Thanks for starting your morning with us.
The third nationwide No Kings protest is scheduled for today at noon.
8 central New York towns and municipalities will host organized demonstrations at the top of the hour. Our Luke Welch is live in DeWitt where protesters are starting to gather. Luke, what is the consensus this morning?
Kaitlin and Riley, these sounds of protest that have erupted here in the town of DeWitt at the third edition, as you said, of the No Kings protest that is opposing the leadership of the Trump administration. Even though it is set to start at noon, we have cars honking and chants starting here. But the difference between this one and the previous ones is the calls to speak out against the ongoing war with Iran that has spent $1 billion in taxpayer money every single day since that war began at the beginning of this month. I spoke to one family that was protesting here today, and they said that these issues are a generational effect. We apologize for those technical difficulties there, but as we mentioned, that this is the third edition of the No Kings protest, and this is one of over 3,000 expected today. The flagship one, of course, being at the Minnesota State Capitol, which has been the epicenter of political protest in the United States so far. The organization that is leading the charge today is the CNY Solidarity Coalition that says that they're expecting over 10,000 people to gather here on Erie Boulevard East today, which surpasses the amount of expected 6,000 that participated last time. And other calls to action today have been speaking out against DHS and the work against ICE, as well as the lack of funding that has come from Congress that has debilitated the TSA agencies from conducting security checks at airports. But we'll see if that number exceeds the previous protests here in DeWitt. But that's all I have for now. For Juice in Java, I'm Luke Welch, Kaitlin and Riley. I'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Luke, thank you so much. Today is the main event for student organization Autothon to fundraise for the local children's hospital.
CitrusTV's Jess Hooten is live from the Shine Student Center where the festivities are underway. Jess, what can you tell us?
Thanks, guys. I'm here at the Goldstein Auditorium where events for Autothon are kicking off. Their goal today is to raise money for the Children's Hospital Golisano Children's Center in upstate New York, which is just down the street from here. They have so many tables, including decorating for seashells, as well as face paint and other crafts. But their goal is not just that. They're also looking to raise awareness to combat food insecurity. So they also have tables for food, as well as for other events. Their just general goal is to fundraise for these kids. They're also hosting some miracle kids who are from the hospital, and at the end of today's event, they'll be walking to the hospital to help those who could not make it to the event today and are still at the hospital. But that's all for me today. The event doors are open, but if you're looking to support the cause, feel free to come on down. That's all for me. Back to you guys.
Sticking with Autothon, it sure does take a lot to put on an event like that.
Joining us now are the organizers of Autothon, Hannah and Kaitlin. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys for having us.
Well, starting off, we just saw a look into Autothon while it's going on. Can you tell us both what it takes to put on an event like this?
Yeah, so it takes many months. We almost start immediately planning for Autothon a month after the past event because it means having to create our new executive board, and lots of planning and ideas go in with that. We attend a conference from other dance marathons around the nation because this is a nationwide movement, and we hear what has been successful for them, what works. And lots of crafting goes into us. It takes a big group effort to make all of this come together.
That's amazing.
So why is Autothon so important, and why are you guys so in love with it that you guys are so involved?
Yeah, absolutely. Autothon's really special because 100% of our proceeds go to the local children's hospital upstate Golisano, which is only a 5-minute walk off of Syracuse University's campus. Additionally, our funds really help in that day-to-day aspect, so giving the families a little bit of more to relax about. So, for example, this year our motto is healing takes a full plate. And so all our proceeds this year are going to their food pantry, which helps families with children going through treatment there. That way they don't have to worry about their next meal, and they can really prioritize helping their child heal and be healthy.
That's great. Now, Autothon is just one day a year. I mean, it's an all-day event. But what else do you do during the year to kind of help and prepare for this?
Yeah, so a lot of it goes into trying to get students on campus to be engaged with this. One of the ways that we do that is we have a team captain program. So students from different student organizations, Greek life, what have you, can have someone that stands in as a team captain, and they help to promote Autothon to their organization, get them to register, get them to attend the main event. So really that has been one of the biggest ways that we've found for students to actively engage within the cause. But then we also hold general body meetings. We have a fall push called Child Health Week, because Child Health Month is in October. So we hold a lot of different events then. And then we also have done comedy shows both semesters this year. We've done fashion shows in the past with kids from the families that will dress up, and it's a way for students on campus to get to engage with them as well. So
how can people get involved with this?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we have a really awesome, fantastic program called the Team Captain Program. So if you're already in the student org here on campus, you can actually join that and represent your own team. So if you ever your organization has an event that they're putting on, we can show up and show out for your own organization, while simultaneously you can help us in fundraising. So that's a really fantastic program that we have, that we're building up. Also, and additionally, first years, when they come to Syracuse, can come and they'll be a part of our what we call Autothon Leadership Program. It's only for first years, and we really help them kind of navigate campus, but it's also a really great resource for them.
That's great. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining us. Well, speaking of campus events, the SU Annual ROTC Awards celebrate their 109th anniversary.
Our Zara Savanto has all the information on how they are celebrating those ROTC cadets.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Coyne, and thanks everyone for participating in this
A tradition dating back to 1917, Syracuse University's Chancellor's Review recognizes ROTC cadets for their leadership, academic success, and commitment to serve.
It is nice to know that people are watching and people appreciate the hard work that myself and all my peers across the different levels of ROTC are putting in.
For one cadet, joining ROTC wasn't always a part of the plan.
I originally joined ROTC just as that additional training you get, something you wouldn't learn in a math or English class, and sure enough, 4 years later, here I am.
Behind each award is years of early mornings, training, and commitment, all behind the scenes.
It just warms your heart to watch them, get an award for something that they were doing. They get up at 5 o'clock in the morning just about every day for 5 days a week.
For many of the cadets here, today isn't just about recognition. It's about all their hard work and what they're preparing to do next.
What stood on the field today was the future of our military, the future of our country, and future leaders.
Many of these cadets will soon take the next step, commissioning into the armed forces.
So in the future, I want to commission active duty as an infantry officer. I've really started to find a purpose in my life and in my future.
And for those who have watched the cadets grow over time, this moment is personal.
So I'm watching a lot of people that I've kind of watched grow up over the years, leave and head off to the military. It's touching, there's a personal moment for it. But I think a lot of them, they're just excited to graduate and go off and be officers in the military.
Zara Savanto, CitrusTV News.
Thank you so much, Zara. The Information Security Club at Syracuse is hosting an individual Capture the Flag challenge, also known as CTF. The game includes technical challenges in search of hidden flags. Challenges will focus on web security and forensics, so whether you're a novice or a grand master, organizers say all levels are welcome. Practice problems are available on the CUSE Activities website. Players are meeting at the iSchool Cafe in Hines Hall. The challenge runs till 2 p.m.
And the annual Biotechnology Spring Conference is also happening on campus right now. Until 5 p.m. tonight, students can join in an exclusive gathering of industry professionals and researchers at the Life Science Building. Students have the opportunity to explore career paths and network with biotechnology professionals. The event is taking place at the Life Science Complex and is running until 5 p.m.
Kaitlin, we had some good weather
Yes.
earlier this week. I was excited. Then it started raining on our parade. Now it's cold again.
I know. I was walking here and I was so excited to see the sun, but it's kind of deceiving with the cold temperatures we're having.
Abby Tolchin, is it going to get any warmer?
I mean, right now it's looking pretty cold. It's going to stay pretty cold right now. Right now it is 28 degrees. We've got a lot of wind, so it feels a lot colder than it actually is. It feels like more like 20 degrees, but it's pretty clear skies. As I was walking to the station today, I was like, wow, it looks like it should be warm out, but it's not. As we head into tonight, though, the temperatures are going to stay around the same. It's going to be 27 degrees at around 9 p.m. But again, those winds are going to make it feel a lot colder than it actually is. And it's going to get cloudy as the night goes on. And around the region, it's pretty much the same. 31 degrees here in Syracuse, a little warmer in Rochester at 33, a little colder in Cortland at 29, but we got that 31, 32 degrees. I'll have more on what you can expect later in the week in a bit. Back to you guys.
Abby, thank you so much. I hope warmer temperatures are coming across our way. Well, women account for over 13 million business owners in the U.S.
For Women's History Month, our Olivia Rodriguez spoke to several female small business owners about how they work to support each other.
There's nothing like the sound of fresh brewed coffee in the morning. And nobody knows that better than Taylor Kaiser Clary, who opened up her business, Bad Batch Bakery and Brews, 1 year ago.
I didn't have a machine. I just had milk and something that I bought from Walmart, and I was like, you know what, this is actually pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and go for it.
But she isn't alone. Bad Batch is located inside of another female-owned business, Ember and Edit. And Taylor will never miss a chance to tell you about the woman that's changed her.
Cassie. She is the person who actually said, hey, do you want to do this? And I said, absolutely.
For Cassie, supporting other women-owned businesses is an essential part of not just Ember and Edit, but her own values.
I think there's a culture out there that still tries to keep us small, and I think we need to break every barrier we can to explode out of that culture.
Now, Ember and Edit isn't the only female-run business here in Marcellus, a town that is dominated by stores that are owned and operated by women. And all you have to do is go right across the street and open a book here at That's What She Read.
It is funny when gentlemen will come in and say, well, do you have a section of That's What He Read?
Crystal Ponto left her teaching position to co-open That's What She Read, a move that she hopes inspires other women.
I really will tell anybody, especially women, if you have a passion for something, just dive into it.
According to the Association for Enterprise Opportunity, women-owned businesses contribute more than $2.5 trillion to the economy. But for these women, it's never been a competition.
And there is no sense of competition because if we can work together, we're going to build the village up.
Because when one woman succeeds,
go check out the bookshop. Yeah.
They all do. Reporting for Juice and Java, I'm Olivia Rodriguez.
Olivia, thanks so much. After the break, our Sophia DeStasso will tell you how one campus group is helping out around the world.
Don't touch that remote.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. Syracuse University students are making a global impact by traveling thousands of miles to bring healthcare to communities in need.
Our Sophia DeStasso shows us how members of the Global Medicare Brigade are turning compassion into action.
For students at Syracuse University, learning goes far beyond the classroom. Members of Global Medical Knights are taking their skills overseas, providing medical care to communities in countries like Panama and Guatemala.
So for my first brigade in Guatemala, we helped 400 people in our mobile clinic set up. We had stations between like optometry, dentistry, pharmacy, consultation, etc. And in Panama this January, we helped 250 people along with like community health research for sexual health in Rio Viejo and La Mata.
All right, well, we apologize for those technical difficulties, but there's another event happening, and Syracuse collectors can be happy about it because Collectors Con is Central New York's largest comic, pop culture, and collectible show. The event is this weekend at the State Fairgrounds and has celebrity guests, artists, and vendors.
Anybody going to the show can pay for photos, videos, or autographs from celebrities like Randy Havens from Stranger Things. There are also panels happening throughout the day. Collectors Con is happening right now until 5 p.m. and doors open again tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Now, are you a big collector of anything?
No.
When I was reading it earlier, I thought it said collector coin.
Yes.
I said, how are we going to talk afterwards for like a minute about collector coins, but Collector Con, there's more than coins there.
Exactly. Well, I feel like the big thing is Stranger Things, Randy
Right.
Havens. I mean, are you a Stranger Things fan?
It's a great show, yes.
So maybe there's some fun panelists that we can check out.
Maybe. It's panelists. I don't know what to collect. So what do you collect from Stranger Things?
I don't know, those little action figures. I feel like that's a big
Do they
thing.
have action figures?
I would feel like they do. I mean, I feel like it's a big show, so
Right.
they probably do.
They probably should. All right. Well, the Salt City Cluster Spring Dog Show is back at the New York State Fairgrounds, where regional breeders and dog lovers showcase their dogs. The show features competitions between hundreds of dogs like Best of Breed and Best in Show. The events test obedience, agility, and obstacle courses.
But not just competition, there will be many vendors available to buy gifts for your dog as well, and of course a way to scout for your next best friend. The show runs from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. today, and tomorrow in the exhibit center, and admission is free for all. I love any dog event. I'm a big dog lover. What about you?
You know, I like the one, this sounds like a fun one because it seems like they're going to be running around and
Yes.
doing agility and stuff. I don't really get when you turn on the TV and they're just like trying to look pretty, they're just walking around. I could just go down the block and see my neighbors walking their dogs if I want to do that. But, doing tricks, I love that.
Same, me too. I feel like it's always like a fun way to get off campus, and I always want a dog here, but I can't have one here.
It's okay. You're almost there. Almost there.
Well, why are fewer people heading to the movies?
After the break, Arcade Galante shows us in studio and tells us how the theaters are feeling the impact. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Juice and Java, the culture of how we view movies has rapidly changed in the past years.
Our entertainment correspondent Kate Galante is here in studio to tell us more.
Movie theaters used to be a cornerstone of everyday entertainment, drawing crowds for everything from blockbuster premieres to casual weekend outings. But in recent years, that ritual has started to fade. Across the country, attendance numbers have struggled to keep pace with changing viewing habits, as more people opt for the convenience of watching new releases at home through platforms like Netflix and Disney+, leaving many theaters facing a new reality. Fewer people are choosing to watch movies on the big screen. But when did the shift occur? I had the privilege of sitting down with Adam Ast, manager of the Palace Theater in downtown Syracuse, home to generations of moviegoers, to get his perspective on when audiences first started to turn away from the big screen and what that change has looked like from inside the theater itself.
Obviously, when COVID happened, that took a huge hit on everybody, you know, like not just film, but I think business in general. People realized that they didn't have to go out for entertainment, and maybe it wasn't safe to go out, maybe they didn't want to go out, you know.
And he's right. In terms of box office revenue in North America, it was roughly $9 billion in 2025, far below the roughly $11.3 billion generated in 2019. About 75% of U.S. adults reported watching new movies at home via streaming services instead of in the theaters. For theater managers like Ast, those numbers aren't just industry trends, they're reflected in empty seats and quieter showtimes. But even as attendance declines, he says there's still nothing quite like the experience of seeing a film in a theater.
If you want art or film to touch you, I highly recommend take your favorite movies, go see them on the big screen, wait for a 35mm presentation of it.
The Palace Theater offers unique 35mm screenings through projectors that allow audience members to enjoy their favorite films in a classic vintage medium. For fellow film geeks like myself, there's still something irreplaceable about the theater experience. Even as viewing habits continue to evolve, that sense of immersion and connection can't quite be replicated at home. And while the future of movie theaters may be uncertain, for those who still chase that feeling, the magic of the movies is far from over.
Yeah, so talk about this. Why do you think people aren't enjoying the movies as much as they used to?
You know, honestly, I think it's a convenience thing. It's like, we talked about in my interview a lot about control. People like to pause, they like to fast forward. People are really impatient nowadays, and I feel like seeing it in the theater allows you to kind of like relinquish that control and just like experience the movie as it is, which I think is really, really important.
Caitlin, have you seen any good movies lately?
Honestly, I was just thinking about this while you were talking about it. I haven't been to the movie theater since maybe before COVID.
Really?
I guess I'm part of the problem now.
I love a good movie experience. I saw Marty Supreme in theaters, and it was like actually incredible.
Have you seen The Diabolical Hunk?
No, what?
It's brand new. It just came out.
I haven't heard of it.
We watched that.
We watched it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would recommend it, but...
Awesome.
Okay, well, Kate, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys, yeah.
When we come back, the latest traffic updates for your sunny Saturday morning.
We'll be back in less than 2 minutes.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
thanks for sticking with us.
Abby, I know it's a busy Saturday morning. Hopefully I'm aiming to run some errands after this. Is traffic going to be pretty bad this morning?
I mean, right now behind me on I-81, things are moving pretty smoothly, but keep in mind there is a women's lacrosse game going on right now. So I'm not expecting any traffic to be happening right now, but men's lacrosse game starts at 2. So as people are leaving the women's game and arriving to the men's, I'm expecting a little bit of traffic near those University Ave exits. But looking forward to the week on I-81, southbound is reduced to 1 lane between exit 23A and exit 20 from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. every single day until next Friday. But that's all I have for right now. Back to you guys over there.
Abby, thank you so much. One Up Wrestling is in Syracuse today. The Heenan 26 showdown between Mr. Anderson and Bushwhacker Luke is tonight at the State Fairgrounds.
Tickets are still available at the door, and if you want to meet the wrestlers, you can do so at CollectorCon, which we talked about earlier. Bushwhacker Luke. These guys and their names,
Yes.
I heard this guy named Chadley, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff.
I've never heard about this.
Really?
Until today, obviously.
Oh.
Are you going to go?
I might. I mean, I wasn't planning on it, but, wrestling's cool. Ultimate Wrestling, I know you're not much of a fan, but, it's okay.
I don't know. I feel like it'd be something interesting to check out.
All right. Well, after the break, we're going to talk about our look ahead at the weather, our 5-day forecast. Stick with us.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back into Juice and Java. Looking at the rest of the week, temperatures are actually going to be rising a little bit. It's going to be about 48 degrees tomorrow, a low of 26, and it's going to be cloudy. But looking at the rest of the week, we're going to get a lot of rain, 57 degrees on Monday, and then up to 69 on Tuesday. But it's going to rain pretty much the entire week. But that's all I have for today.
Abby, well, I'm happy that we're seeing some rise in temperatures. I mean, it's Easter coming up. We should be seeing some higher temperatures. And speaking of Easter, today and tomorrow from 12 to 4, the Easter Bunny will be at Bricks and Minifigs to begin Easter festivities. Anyone can go and meet the Easter Bunny.
Minifigs. $25 gets you a photo with the Easter Bunny and a basket of Lego bricks.
I mean, who doesn't
That
want to go
sounds
to that?
awesome. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Is he going to be there?
That's legendary.
Legos and the Easter
Oh,
Bunny.
man. Look at that. Where'd you find that? Where'd you find that?
Aww,
You guys
so
are all
cute.
cuter than me as a baby.
Oh, man.
I mean, I don't have any pictures with the Easter
Oh,
Bunny,
no.
so I'm very happy.
Very
to see
secretive, Caitlin.
There's me and my sister on there. I think she was a little scared of the Easter Bunny.
I was really scared of the Easter Bunny. I was just scared of
Really?
all holiday figures, I think.
Well,
Santa,
I like
Easter
you're
Bunny.
so dressed up. You're so cute.
Yeah, you
Well,
have
put me in
matching
ears,
ears,
obviously. Yeah, no worries.
One time, I think it was last year or the year before, one of our producers, Brandon Myers, he dressed up as the Easter Bunny.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that?
No, I wish I was there for it.
It was quite the event. Yes, it really was.
Like full suit and everything.
Full suit, handing
I
out
wish I could've seen
eggs,
that.
candies. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's
Well, maybe we'll have to
amazing.
continue that for next week.
Yeah, maybe
I
it'll
think
be
so.
Robbie
Yeah.
this year.
I don't. Hey,
You fulfill the prophecy.
No.
I think you could do. I think you'd be amazing at it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do better than Brandon, but he was pretty good. I'd like to see this Lego guy though.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you have a competition between you and Brandon about
And
who's
the Lego guy.
Yes.
And
yeah. Well, that's all for Juice and Java this morning.
Check us out online at CitrusTV.com and follow Citrus TV on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
I'm Kaitlin Campbell.
And I'm Riley Underwood. Have a great day.